in the group chat.
No, but on live. Hey y'all, we are back with another episode with the Now Not Later podcast. It's your girl Serena.
And your girl Sabrina.
Super excited to see you guys again. Tap in, tap in, tap in. We're excited about today's conversation.
Yes. So I know y'all see like a roll of toilet paper sitting on the table.
I hope y'all have y'all's.
Have y'all tissues ready and some good eyelash glue, because today is gonna be one of those. We about to get real deep. Hey Denise. That's one of our number one supporters. Like literally, her and Jay Reeves. We got something for y'all.
Love
we
you,
gonna get
Denise.
y'all some more merch and a bottle. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, y'all. So we're about to start.
Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Barbara C. All right, y'all. Oh my God. We see our favorite people tonight.
Oh, I'm glad y'all are here, our regulars.
Yes, we love to see our regulars. It's like being in the hair industry, right?
Exactly.
Like we love to see like our repeated clients. So we love to see y'all tune in. Like we love the support. We love the support that we've been getting. Like we love y'all for real, because
Like, we cannot explain how much y'all have like pumped up. Like today was really rough getting here, and I want y'all to understand that. But it was just like we have to, because we've just had so much support from you guys, so we're like, we cannot not do this.
Like when I tell you the devil was like trying to keep us from coming here.
Definitely.
Like everything, like it's just been I don't want to say a down. It's just been a day.
It's been a long one.
A long day.
But
so.
we made it, and
yes. So y'all get y'all blankets, get y'all favorite wine, get cozy,
liquor.
And yes. And tissue, toilet paper or whatever tissue, paper towels, Bounty, quicker picker upper.
No, but we are just today stomp on the devil, because listen, today we are talking about our mental health and childhood traumas, and of course that's a wide conversation, because childhood trauma can go from something really small to something really, really big. So we're going to tap into that. You guys are going to be able to, I'm getting hot. Yes. Y'all are going to be able to get to know a little bit more about us.
A little bit.
And why we're
a lot more.
Up.
Yeah. Say that again. And why we're what?
Fucked up.
Fucked.
So y'all can quit judging us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. But so wait, first let's start off with the prayer, because I feel like right now we're gonna start now with this prayer, because we're gonna need it the most for this conversation.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm already.
Okay, so thank you, God. We come to you tonight with hearts full of just thankfulness and anxiety. And I hate to use that word in this prayer, but we are very anxious right now about the conversations that we are going to have. I pray that you open up our hearts and break down these walls, so that we can kind of just get to the root of our issues, Lord. And I pray that you just bless everybody behind the screen that is watching us, that is supporting us, that you bless them, Lord, to open up their hearts and minds to whatever they're hurting with, that they've experienced, Lord. I pray that you just bless us and just use our words,
wrap
Lord.
Your arms around.
In your blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right.
How are you feeling today? How are you feeling right now?
Oh my God. I've been an emotional mess.
Yeah.
Like I've been up and down, left and right, so not in a good way. I've just been everywhere. But my anxiety's been on like 1,000. It's crazy. But but I'm still like
going.
I'm still going. I'm still pushing through. Like we still made it, Hey, Ken. Oh my God, Destiny. Like, I'm so glad that y'all are like tuning in with us
Hey
today.
y'all.
Very excited. Y'all see, we don't have crown bottles. I ain't gonna tell you what's in this cup, but we don't have crown bottles or anything like that today.
um so we are going to start off with a conversation about mental health and just like we all go through stuff as kids, and I don't think a lot of us realize those things that we go through really affect us as adults. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it until recently. Damn. So I have a few childhood traumas, which sucks, right? But my I think where it started was my dad wasn't in my life, and he
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, I say kind of, but my dad left, right? He chose the streets over me and my brother, and it's really affected me like as an adult
Mm-hmm.
now, like even when it comes to dating or just trusting people in general,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm waiting for somebody to leave.
Yeah.
So that is like the one thing I'm dealing with right now, just because my dad recently got out of prison. Yeah, did I tell you that?
Yes. I
Mm-hmm.
knew he was getting out, but I didn't know he's actually
Right, he's
out.
out, yeah, and it's like, um, I haven't spoken to him since my son's first birthday. My son is now 8, so he went back to prison right after his first birthday. And I kind of just was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Angry,
like, I
yeah.
was to the point where, okay, you missed my entire life. And now, like, I have a son, and my son doesn't know you. You know what I'm saying? Now you went
Mm-hmm.
back, and you know what? As he was in prison, he reached out a few times, but I was so selfish. I'm saying selfish now because I've had a conversation with somebody else, and they're like, "You can't be so like people." You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
forgive, but it is so
It's so hard,
hard.
right? And and you're not, listen, and I'm sure millions of us
Yeah.
struggle with forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when we are able to forgive, it takes like some weight off your shoulders, right?
And
Like,
like,
and it's like, what you was gonna say?
go. I was saying.
Like, because I had to forgive,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I have childhood traumas,
Right.
and I know, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
you never gonna forget,
Right.
right? But I forgive
Mm-hmm.
because again, by us holding on to that, it's who's hurting,
Right.
us or them?
But that's the thing is like I'm so holding held on. How do you say it? Like I'm so like, why did you leave? Like
Mm,
I would never leave my child or walk away from my kid
mm,
and not know what they go through on a day-to-day
mm,
basis. Like
mm,
that's
mm,
not normal for me because I am
mm,
very
mm,
active in my
mm,
son's life.
mm, mm.
So it's like for him to leave, it kind of like just made me resent him a little bit.
Now, do you think by what you went through with your father made you the parent that you are now with your son?
It
Because, like, hey, he left me, but I would never,
I'm gonna say yes, but also I feel like I went and had a child with somebody just like my dad.
Mm,
So did it kind of trickle down into how I choose men in
mm-hmm.
life? I think so.
So,
And I
yes.
don't want to blame him for that because we all have choices.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
went and chose somebody just like my dad that
Mm-hmm.
can't, it's not even raising his
Mm-hmm.
own son. You know what I mean? So um, my dad is old now. I say old, he's not old. He's 49. He's older, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you have done drugs for a long time or and you've been in prison and stuff, it just does things to your body. So
Mm-hmm.
he's been diagnosed with a long list of things. And so now he's like out and he's obviously clean because he's been gone for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to see me and he wants to like see my son, like, and be around him.
See, like Denise says, it's really hard to forgive but that's a lot of negative energy to hold on to. And that is absolutely correct, right? But it is. And I think that's where I'm saying, like, but it's a process. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, I forgive you, and life goes on.
And everything is good. No.
It doesn't work like that, but it does. Like, you will see, it does. It's a lot of, it takes a lot of energy out of you.
I want a relationship with my dad, but it's like, how do you have a relationship like that, like a father and daughter thing? And like, he's 49, I'm 29, and we've seen each other 6 times.
Yes, but I feel like it's not too late.
And I agree.
Because let me tell you, and the reason why I say that, because, then that goes back to your father's upbringing, his childhood traumas. Right? And some people are not mentally able to handle things. What you can handle, he couldn't, you know what I mean? And it's like, I think now that he's out and he's free, I'm not saying do this tomorrow or next week, maybe wait a month and have a sit down with him. Don't bring your son.
And it's like Christmas is coming. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? New Year. Catch his ass after New Year's. You know what I'm saying? But it is. So, Laura said, my dad chose he chose the streets as well over his kids. And I got yes. And I remember, so her dad got deported. So her dad got deported back to Panama, and they forgave, and you know what they did. Laura, I've been knowing Laura we go back since 98, but she did, matter of fact, they went on a trip to Panama. They all went to Panama to go spend time with their father, and they had, from the pictures, they had a wonderful time. So I feel like there's hope, but you gotta, like, you gotta go in there with an open heart, a clear head, if that makes sense. Right. Like, you can't go in there with anger and why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that.
And not like anger. I'm like, genuinely, like, I have questions. Like, like, why, like, and I hate to say this when it's about to come out of my mouth, but like, why wasn't I enough, to actually just like stay and like help my mom raise us, like, and so now it's a trigger for me when I am dating somebody and they want to leave. I'm like, why? Like, why am I not enough? Have I not done everything? And that trickles down into doing everything to please someone. You know what I'm saying?
It's like trying to figure out why, like, I'm not good enough.
Right.
I'm not good enough. What am I doing?
I'm the shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a good person. I do good towards people. Girl, and I know. I told y'all this was going to happen.
Girl, here.
So it does. It has fucked me up, because it's like, as a little girl, you want your dad. My relationship with my dad was writing letters. We wrote letters, and I used to have this Nike box, and it was full of letters and pictures and, jail pictures and whatever. I remember, my brother is a year older than me, and my brother went to graduation. My dad was out for his graduation, and he went and he saw my brother graduate. Well, I graduated the year after, and my dad went to jail 3 months before I graduated. And I was pissed, because I'm like, why can't you be out for me? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you be there for me? And I feel selfish for asking that question, but at the same time, like, it's really fucked me up. Like, mentally, I'm like, I am not enough. Because I wasn't enough for my dad. How can I be enough for a man?
Exactly.
So it's fucked me up, and lately it has, like, it's been eating at me, because he is out now. He is only a few hours away. It's nothing to go down there and see him. But I have put it off. I have ignored calls and people like, hey, your dad wants to talk. It's hard. So now I am stuck, y'all, in this, just like, I want to forgive him, but I don't want to forgive him for me to have a relationship. I want to forgive him so he can have a relationship with my son. Like, my son deserves a grandpa.
Yeah.
But I need you to be a grandpa. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need you to come in here, be this grandpa for X amount of time, and then leave him. Like, that's not cool either. My son doesn't deserve that.
Yeah. So Denise said, it's not you. He was 20 years young. I always say in your 20s, that's when we fuck up. He had a lot of growing up to do. Even though 20 is considered grown, he wasn't mentally ready to be that
And
dad
I
you
agree.
needed.
I
Yeah.
agree with you, Denise. But at the same time, you went to prison and then you got back out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had another chance to do right. And then you went back in. And then you had another chance when you got back out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just this
A cycle. It's an
like
ongoing cycle.
over,
Yeah.
over,
Yeah. A repeated
and
cycle.
now I'm waiting for
Mm-hmm.
you to go back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get excited about you being out right now. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to get excited about going
Mm-hmm.
to see you and having these conversations and
Mm-hmm.
X, Y, and Z, because I'm expecting you to go back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just what I've known all my entire. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
you 6 times my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even remember what his voice sounds like right now.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and it hurts, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, I'm fucked up a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, I really am, and that trickled down into my mom, you know, being a single mom and raising us, and me just
Mm-hmm.
seeing my mom do it, and us having to stay at grandparents' house for however long because she had
Mm-hmm.
worked 2 jobs, and
Mm-hmm.
like, I didn't get to experience my mom the way I wanted to experience my
Look, shout
mom.
out to your mother.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to your mother for holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it does affects. And it's crazy because it's like, dang, we get to this age where we're like,
But like, this whole time, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right. And then shit started happening, and I'm like, I'm not all right.
I'm not okay.
I have this fight or flight, and typically I want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so hard and so aggressive. I don't want to be that way. But it's like, that's the only way I knew.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've ever known. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, I know what no other way of
Mm-hmm.
living life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't want to be like that. So I know that conversation with him has to happen, and I want to have it without my son there.
Yeah.
Because there's
Just
just
a
so
one-on-one.
many things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just one-on-one
mm-hmm.
conversation. And like I said, you know, it does play a role in your adult life, in your
Baby.
everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. So, you know me, I grew up with my father. My
Mm-hmm.
father definitely showed us like what a man is. My
Right.
dad, y'all, if y'all know, y'all, if a lot of y'all know my father, whatever. My dad has raised us. He's been in our lives, done everything. My dad worked. He took care of home. He was
Mm-hmm.
my mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad was the one that go out and
Right.
work, you know, and hey, here go the money, here go the
Mm-hmm.
paycheck, mom, you know, pay the bills, do what you got to do, you know what I mean? Now my childhood trauma, and it's crazy because I remember I was doing my client's hair. I'm not gonna say her name,
Mm-hmm.
and we both was talking about our childhood trauma. She
Yeah.
went through some traumatic stuff or whatever, and we was just sitting in my living room crying, and I remember just like it snapped to me. Mind you, y'all, I'm 37, so I think at the time I was probably 30. Hell, 5. I was
So just
35.
recently.
This recently when I realized, like, oh my God, I'm fucked up. Like, what I went through as a kid is what I'm dealing with. And it played a role, like, even in my relationship, you know. My relationship, yes, brand art, you know. But, so I dealt with, I know I hate to talk about it, but I dealt with more of a physical and verbal abuse as a
Mm-hmm.
child, you know, and like I'm not blaming my parents or anything, like, because I look back at it because they went through
That's
it.
what they went through.
That's what they went through,
So that's
you
all
know,
they knew.
and that goes back to what we talk about, generational curses, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mother grew up in a very aggressive, you know, all they heard was verbal abuse and
Yeah.
being put down, and how you didn't look like this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
skin color, looks, you know what I
Right.
mean? And it trickled down onto my mother. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so when I was little, my mom had a very big issue with skin color, right? And let me tell y'all, and I say this to say that if y'all know me, I always say I do not like light skins. I love a chocolate man, right? I just love chocolate. I love dark skin, just chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, growing up, being dark, you're not pretty.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get dark because you're not going to be
Yeah.
pretty or this or that. And, you know, and it is. And I'm like, damn, is that why I say I don't like light skins, you
Right.
know? And it's like, damn, that's something I dealt with as a child. Like, you have to look a certain way. Your hair has to be long. You have to be light skinned. You can't have marks and scars, and you
Right.
have to just look like a doll,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature. And even like I said, being physically, you know, dealing with abuse and things like that, it affects me raising my kids today,
Right.
right? So I have a hard time whooping my kids. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like to touch them.
Yeah.
You see what I go through.
Yeah.
She sees what I go through with my
Mm-hmm.
youngest, but it's a mental thing. It's like I have flashbacks. So
Yeah.
I hate to yell. Like I will yell, but I hate to put my hands on my kids
Right.
because I hated being done to me as a
Yeah.
child, so it's like, dang, like, and then also I struggle with being affectionate, right? Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
grow up in a household where we said, I love you. So, and it's bad because it's hard for me to even say, I love you to my kids, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it is like, I say it now, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so crazy because it comes off as like, ugh.
Yeah.
It comes off as when somebody tell me they love me.
Yeah.
You know what I
No, yeah.
mean? It's like
Or
awkward. Like, the
or
fuck?
yeah, exactly.
You want to hold my hand?
Yeah.
It's everything, and that's so, like, even, and it affects my relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, I kind of took a step back from dating because I'm like, okay, I can't go into this relationship or trying to date somebody
And not be
and not
affectionate.
be affectionate. Like, I will make you feel like you don't exist
Right.
because, like, I don't know how to do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And when I do it, it feels like it's
Ew. Yeah.
disgusting. It's cringy, you know?
Um. Hey
Hello,
y'all.
Jackson.
Hey,
But yeah,
will
it
y'all
is.
share, like, and comment, guys, even on the stream on
Yes,
YouTube. I
yes.
know you guys are able to see it. I'm super
Hmm.
excited.
Yes.
But no, with the whole affectionate thing, same. So with my dad being gone, like, it's always like one thing is like a domino effect, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because of this had to happen. So my mom raised us by herself,
Mm-hmm.
but she had to work two jobs to pay all the bills. So we had to stay with family member.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom wasn't affectionate because her parents weren't that affectionate with her. So
Mm-hmm.
we didn't do the whole I love you thing. And I didn't
Right.
know that was normal until I met my best friend, and they took me into their home. There was just like this thing going on, and they took me into their household, and I realized that, like, every time they turned around, y'all, they were like, I love you. Oh, hey, I love you. Or she would go and lay her head on her mom's lap, and, like, she would, like, rub her hair, and, like, they would just talk about their day. And, like, I didn't know that people did stuff like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like,
Yes.
every time, Mom, I love you, or I love you. And I'm just like, and then her parents would tell me I love you, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Like, you love me? You know what I mean? It was super weird for me. And so me and, we didn't start really saying I love you like that until, shit, like, I was in my teenage years,
Yeah.
and then it was just like, like, hanging up the phone, we would just, okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like you walk in and, oh, I love you, Mom. It was just like my mom was just like the type where, I'm doing all this so I love you.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expressed.
Right. And that's why, okay, my relationships,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do this for you. And this is how I'm going to show my love, by doing stuff for you, because I didn't know how to show it the other way. You see, yes, I agree with it, but I don't have kids. I find myself struggling with it. when it comes to anger and emotional and mental abuse with my friends and people who I would like to date, etc. And yes, that awkward "I love you" would be feeling. Yes, it's a weird feeling. I promise you.
Even like, and it's so crazy because like when I am like dating somebody, like I want them to like hug on me and touch on me, but at the same time, like get off me.
Yes, it's like it's a weird.
But don't stop. But yeah, like just put your big toe on me and I'll be okay.
Like I struggle with cuddling. I struggle with a lot of that, and I'm like, I don't want to be like that no more. Yeah. But it took me now to realize I'm damn near 40 and realize I'm fucked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I really have a lot of deep rooted issues. And our partners want to feel love too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They do. Mm-hmm. They want to feel love too. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So of course, like I said, I know, y'all tap in, chime in. I know we're not the only one. I mean, everybody has, everybody done been through some childhood trauma, we all been through some shit, you know what I mean? So, but again, now it's like, what are the steps are we going to do to fix our fucked up selves?
Well, I'm trying to be softer.
Sorry if y'all heard me burp.
Yo, I'm trying to be softer. Anybody that I conversate with now, I'm like, hey, how was your day,
hey,
babe?
Shakita.
And like stuff like that. But I get so so there is like an extra step to childhood trauma, right? And a lot of kids and women have gone through it. And now I'm good. And
I know you're gonna make me cry. For real, because it's not, people don't talk about it.
I know. And like, so a lot of people have gone through it, and so I was sexually abused as a kid. Hold on. I was sexually abused as a kid from the age of 5 until I was 9. And it was by a family member due to the fact that my mom, she worked a lot. Mm-hmm. So we would go and be watched by, somebody close. And it was a close family member, and I would get sexually abused. Mm-hmm. And so... but I knew I had to be there because my mom had to work. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to tell her, like, hey, this is what's going on. Because then she would have to take off from work to. And so it happened a lot. And I don't know there's like different steps, right? Like molestation, sexual harassment or whatever. But I was like really like, I guess like raped. Mm-hmm. Do you call it rape? I don't know. I was 5, I didn't say anything until I was 19. Mm-hmm. I finally told my mom, just because like it was an incident where the man was still around, obviously because I never said anything. And then I had another cousin that kind of like broke down and told me that it was happening to her with a different cousin. And those 2 cousins were like best cousins, and they were like molesting us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know. I just broke down and told my mom about it. And it was just like, it was at the time, I was like, I'm fine. Like it happens. Like, why not me type situation. But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to like cuddle my son or love on him because I feel weird. Mm-hmm. I feel like, are you supposed to do that with a kid? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a child and I was sexually abused by somebody close to the family. Mm-hmm. And so I never would want my son to feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And it's crazy because I will tell him all the time, hey, nobody's supposed to touch you here. If you feel uncomfortable, always let me know. I work a lot. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like,
as mothers, right? It's like, that part. You know what I mean? Like we pretty much are gone.
Yeah, I work a lot, so I try to tell him like, hey, like I know he's a boy, and they try to say a lot of boys don't. That boys go through it too.
Oh, boys go through it too. Just like prime example, and not to like just R. Kelly.
Yeah,
R. Kelly, and we say that, I say that to say this. R. Kelly was sexually abused, but look how it turned him.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why it's like I can't get, not saying I would never hurt a kid or do like that. Doesn't even, but I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I try to instill in my son, like, hey, if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, let me know. Nobody's ever supposed to touch you. Nobody. And I even tell him, I'm not even supposed to see you unless it's a medical emergency. I don't want to see none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that has been like the one thing where I've always said, like, I'm good. I'm fine. Like, it fucking happened. It is what it is. But now that I'm older,
right.
I'm like,
it's like, I'm not fine. I'm not okay.
Like, why couldn't I keep my innocence? I probably would have been a virgin for a very long time. Like it introduced me to certain things in my life that, yes, be very particular about who is around your child. I don't give a fuck if it is your brother, your
cousins,
your uncle,
uncles,
whatever it is,
everything.
y'all. Please keep your baby safe, because
you have to have these conversations. And I know it's uncomfortable, because who wants to talk to a 5-year-old about
say that
anything sexual, right? But,
and there's always ways to say it, right? Like, nobody, just as they get older, progress that conversation and get more in depth with it, because I didn't know nobody was supposed to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is somebody that we trusted, so it was just like, I'm getting home from school. He was older than me, so he was picking me up from school. And then we were going to where we go, and I was literally getting raped, and then I would go home, and like, it was an everyday. I felt like the shit was normal. Yeah. Up until I started my menstrual at 9 years old, it stopped. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like for a second, I'm like, oh, this is, and even now, I feel like I associate sex with love sometimes, and it's like I don't know why, like I don't know, right? I'm not a therapist, but sex is like, it's just
because it seems like that's normal.
That's just normal. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't like sharing my body with just anybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like this, I don't know how to say it, but it sucks, because I wish, like, I had a dad. I wish I had, and I say it goes back to dad, because I wish my dad was there to hey, you know what I mean? Like, what if he could have been like, hey, nobody's ever supposed to do this to you, or nobody's ever supposed to touch you, or I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. I wasn't supposed to see
yes, confusing sex with
exactly.
love.
I wasn't supposed to see a penis. I wasn't supposed to know what it felt like to have my vagina licked on at 5 years old. I'm fucking 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to school every day, like shit is fucking normal, and I'm going home and I'm being raped. And I'm like fucking kid. And it's like, now I have an 8-year-old, and it's like, since he was like 3, y'all, he was in the shower, and I would always tell him, nobody's ever supposed to touch you, nobody. And like, he probably looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like nobody touches me. But it was like, nobody told me that. I didn't know. So it was just like,
of course you're extra protective over your son, because I don't want my son to ever experience that.
And I even tell him, don't you ever touch anybody inappropriate. I don't give a fuck if it's a slap on the ass and you're trying to be funny with your little friend or something. You don't ever touch anybody like that, ever. Like, I'm so like, just,
and that's good, because again, like, people tend to like, they overlook when male go through sexual abuse, versus women. We have boys. We're boy moms, y'all.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys. Serena has 1 boy. But like, a lot of us, how many of us really sit down and have that conversation with our son? Like with our sons, maybe daughters, but with our sons, like.
But even not, and to protect your son from being touched on, but even protecting other kids from your kid touching someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really, hey, look, your body is your body and their body is their body, and until you have permission to do those type of things at a certain, when you get older, you know what I'm saying? Like, do not even, don't go that route. Yes. Like, I don't even want to hear you kissing nobody. Okay, I don't want to hear none of that shit, because it's very traumatizing.
It is. It's very.
Like, I just remember every day dreading it. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Dreading, like, no kid is supposed to have a penis in their mouth. That shit is not normal. Like, and it really fucked me up as an adult now.
Yeah.
So I gotta go to therapy, y'all.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure we talked about that on our last about seeking therapy, and I promise you, I think a lot of people, a lot of relationships, like if people would just take time and just go see a therapist. And guys, if y'all need a therapist, I have a therapist for y'all. Like I said, a lot of, again, personal, I keep it very private. You don't have to even tell me what's going on. Y'all just inbox me, and that way I can link y'all to a therapist. She's really, really good. We will actually do a show with her. We're gonna do a segment with her. We're gonna get deeper into mental health, not just childhood trauma, but also, like I said, she's a therapist. She can help answer you guys some questions, things of that nature. Resources. There's a lot of resources out there too. But again, inbox me if y'all need her information. If y'all guys need a good therapist, inbox me. I will gladly give you her information.
I need it.
Yes, and listen, we literally just realized, and it's crazy, like, and again, because we don't want our kids, and that goes back to what you call generational curses, right? Because we don't want our kids to trickle down to our kids. I feel like the abuse and everything that I went through, with what I dealt with as a child, I ended it, right? But then it's like it also affects me because I suck at disciplining my kids, because I feel like, oh my God, I don't know. Yes, I don't know the in between. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, am I doing too much?
Yeah. Or does he get ass
all right, do I beat your ass or do I not beat your ass?
No, yeah, and I know exactly what you mean. Like, you don't want to do too much, but at the same time, you want to give that healthy amount of balance.
A balance, right? And that's the hard part.
My son deserves to be loved on and nurtured and hugged on and kissed on and from his mom, but I'm so like,
I have this blockage. Yeah. Like my oldest son, y'all, he is like this with his grandma. But like that, like I promise you, I gave birth like for her. His grandma, they're like this. But I struggled. My son wanted that affection, but I couldn't give it to him because I didn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? It just felt hard. It felt
when you don't see it, or if you didn't. It's hard to do something that you didn't experience. Like if you didn't experience that love and affection, yes, counseling will help you. I went through a lot of trauma where I was in infection. And that goes into anxiety, y'all.
Oh my God, y'all. Let's talk about this anxiety.
I used to have anxiety. If y'all don't know, I used to smoke marijuana a lot, y'all. Like it was, you remember, like, listen, y'all, breakfast,
and I didn't blame her.
On breaks. Anytime I had to walk into a function, I had to hit the blunt so that I could feel somewhat not there, but there. Because my anxiety was so bad. Like, it was so bad. My heart was racing. I would be stuck in the car just like, Oh my gosh. Oh my god. And I still have it. Like, it still happens. It's not as bad.
Yes.
I now do not smoke like that anymore. Because I got tired of it. I was just doing it so much, it was just ridiculous. But anxiety is still there, and I don't know where the hell where does that come from?
Listen, anxiety's a
the
bitch.
Fuck is anxiety.
Anxiety's a bitch, and anxiety. Listen, we was both like I don't know, like my anxiety is so bad now to where like I would sit in my car. If I need to go in HEB, I would sit in my car for about an hour.
Yeah.
And hype myself up to go in the store and deal with people. Mm-hmm. As y'all know, I do hair. Mm-hmm. Anxiety has messed with me. So, and like today was one of my bad days. I could not be in the shop today. Yeah. And be around people. Yeah. Like I really couldn't, you know. I did, and I feel good. People who's watching it, I did. I literally like I'm like I need to go home. I need to go. I literally had to do hair at home. Yeah. But I hate to because I can't be. I'm not like I couldn't tell my clients like, hey, I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm not comfortable right now. I don't want to be in here around people. Yeah. You know. So of course I have to like come up with a lie. Something. Right? Y'all, I lied. Y'all watching this because I lied. You know, but I don't want to be judged.
You don't want to be judged.
And not everybody understands mental health. Not everybody understands anxiety. Not everybody understands how anxiety can have have you in a fucking chokehold. Right. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like, golly. I would literally pull up to her. We work together. Y'all know we used to work together at this particular barbershop. Oh, yeah. And we would literally pull up into the parking lot. And we will be on FaceTime. We would park next to each other on FaceTime like, hey, you going inside? In the car, y'all. I don't want to go inside. I don't want to go inside. Because we have to mentally prepare ourselves. You know, but anxiety is real. And that's why, like, I understand, like, when people... Like, for instance, we plan something and you cancel, I'm not even mad at you because cool. You know what I mean? We didn't have to go. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because, again, like, that stuff is no joke. It affects your everyday life. It does. Like, it does. It's so bad to where you can't even do daily, like, get out the bed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Okay, that's depression. That's depression too.
I've been there too though.
Ooh, depression ain't no joke.
Yo, beat your ass down.
Boy, look at my hair.
It really don't look bad though, right there.
It don't look bad? Okay, no, wait. Let me look in the camera. Okay.
But no, yeah, depression is big too. And so I didn't know that I was dealing with depression because we don't talk about that kind of stuff in my household. It's more or less just lower your side, get up, you're tough, go do it, you're all right. It happens to everybody. But I went through depression as a child and I didn't know why. Mm-hmm. But it's because I was being sexually molested as I was younger. Mm-hmm. And I kept this in all these damn years, and I'm staying in my room and I don't want to hang out with friends and I don't want to do X, Y, and Z because I had depression. Mm-hmm. And even now as a 29-year-old adult, I have depression, and it comes and goes, and it's in seasons. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's in seasons, and sometimes like last year, this time, I was beat the fuck down, y'all. I was tired. Like, I was at my wit's end on FaceTime with Sabrina, like in the bed every day, y'all.
Yeah, listen.
Every day. It wasn't the point where I didn't take showers because that's just not my thing. But I was in the bed every day, and I was sad. Mm-hmm. I was so sad. I couldn't find anything good in my life.
I remember that.
It was so bad, and
thank you. Yes, you got this.
And that's at the end of the day, you go back to God, and it's like, look, I don't know what to do. Yeah. You take this. I cannot bear this anymore. You know, so. For anybody that's just dealing with something that's just it could be anything. Like I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
You don't know what.
When I say this is a judge free zone. Like I said, if y'all need somebody to talk to, reach out. Reach out to us.
And even if you don't want a solution and you just want to vent, sometimes things don't require a solution, and for you to have all these damn answers. And that's what a lot of people don't get. Sometimes we just want you to listen.
Just listen
to me. That's it. Until I ask you, hey, what do you think? What should I do? Just listen to me.
Yes.
Understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? And like, and it's so crazy. It hits it out of nowhere, no matter how good it hits you out of nowhere.
It does.
You know, and I haven't experienced the depression where you lose somebody really close. And because I don't want to, I haven't yet. But I know that hurts too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have real bad anxiety and depression. I used to smoke a lot for years, and it took one bad experience of smoking, and it triggered my anxiety really bad. So that made me stop, because I refused to take medications for my anxiety and depression, because I'm already taking medication for other health issues, and I'm scared that I would have crazy thoughts of becoming addicted, especially after losing my mother 6 years ago. I find myself drinking more, especially when I'm kid free.
Yes.
Girl, listen.
Can you pour me a little taint?
Listen, let me tell you something.
Baby, Shaka.
They wanted to put me on these antidepressants. I don't know the name of it. I refused it. One, because my dad is a drug addict. He wasn't in prison for selling drugs. He was in prison for doing drugs and doing off the wall shit. So I don't take pills. I don't do crack. I've never experienced coke.
I want to smoke weed. I want to smoke weed so bad.
You're not smoking weed with me. Last time you had edible, bitch, you almost died. But I don't take meds like that because I have a very high addictive personality. And if you don't know what that means anything that I like, I get very, very addicted to. Whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, whether it's a drink, a food, whatever it is, I want it constantly, constantly, constantly. So I know if I were to ever try to do drugs, I would be an addict. So I don't even go that realm. I don't take pills. I don't do any of that. Because of that. Mm-hmm. So with the depression, I literally had to eat it. There was no taking these meds to make me happy and all that.
But do you think and I feel seriously, if you have somebody that you can trust, talking about it feels good.
It does feel good.
Right? It does. And well, I guess that goes back to seeing a therapist. Yeah. But it does. And of course, of course, doctors are like, hey, take this pill and shut the fuck up. Yeah. But does it really help you? It numbs it, because I took depression medication before or whatever, and again,
I was still fucked up.
I was still fucked up.
I was still sad.
I'm still sad, bitch, on this shit that's giving me fucking my stomach and shit. That boy, that medicine tore my motherfucking stomach up, boy.
But I can't take meds like that because I do have a very, it's hard to deal with.
See, and me, that
you gotta stay prayed up. You have to have God in front of you. And it's hard. And he didn't say he wasn't gonna put you through it. He said he wasn't going to give you nothing you couldn't bear. Meaning, he was going to give you just enough until you want to jump over that edge.
Jump off the bridge. Yes. Because, God damn it, I wanted to jump off the bridge today.
Then you realize you need him.
Yeah.
Then you realize you need him.
Say that again.
More than you needed yourself.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's when it comes to, hey, God, look. I do it every time. Look, I know what you're trying to do right now, and I'm going to just give it to you now because I ain't got it in me. What that means, say, I don't want to be one of your strongest soldiers this year. God. Take me off the list.
Okay, maybe I'm talking. Okay, look. Let me
take me off the list.
God, 2024. I don't want to be on your list. I don't want to be a soldier. No limit soldier, yes. But I don't want to be one of your soldiers 2024. I don't want to fight. But you know what? But I feel like what don't kill us, what?
Makes you stronger.
Because guess what?
Beat you the fuck down. Talking.
What? Talking does help. Medications like putting a Band-Aid on it. It is.
He gives us testaments to help others. He does give us. He gives us.
Man, what did you say, Serena? Shaka, what did you say, Serena, in the car on our way here?
Because listen, I have car issues, y'all. But I said, listen, I'm going to have a testimony at the end of this. Because when I write my book, it's going to be phenomenal. Because ain't no damn way I done went through X, Y, and Z and I'm still here today.
For nothing. Like, baby,
you know
you got a story.
Ain't no way.
When I tell you we got a story, you got a story.
Yeah, I got a long story. And I'm very, a lot of people, oh, you're so hard to break down. You're so hard to get to know and da-da-da. I got too much to know. You don't want to know. That's my biggest thing is you don't want to know. You don't want to know because then that gives you more of a burden. And if you're an empath, you're really gonna feel me. I feel like I am an empath and I feel other people's pains and what they feel. And I hate to put that on somebody else because I know how it feels to take it in. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right, Shaka. He give us. That's why we wanted to talk about this today because it's like, come on, because we could have gave up. You could have been
a crackhead, a prostitute.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's another thing too. I hate, so that's why I do not judge. Like, I do not judge. Like, you know, people talk about, oh, this girl's a hoe. This girl's this. She sleep with all these men. But do you know what the fuck she went through?
Right.
Do you know her whole fucking history? Do you know what she went through as a child?
Right.
You know what I mean? People don't take that fucking time to get to people,
to talk to somebody,
just to have a conversation. Right. You know what I mean?
So quick to judge.
So quick to fucking judge. And that's why I always say, don't judge a book by its fucking cover.
Yeah, because
people got a story. It don't tell you a motherfucking thing, baby. You got to open that book up. You know what I mean? And don't read just the fucking the first little
introduction.
The little introduction, baby. Skip to chapter 3.
Right.
But it's some real shit though. Like I said,
mental health, y'all, it's serious.
It's very serious,
and it comes from everywhere, man.
And it does, and it affects your everyday life. It affects your work life. It affects your parenting. It affects your relationships. It affects everything in your everyday life. So it's like, you know, find someone you can fucking talk to.
Yeah,
talk. And us being barbers.
And you know what? It is hard to talk to. We sit here talk to somebody. It is hard to talk. And you know what it is? It's hard to talk to somebody that hasn't experienced what you've experienced.
Yeah.
It's easy for somebody to say, oh, well, you'll be okay, or just do this, or just do this. When you haven't felt what I felt in the time that I felt it, or at any type of time span that I felt it, you don't know. It's easy. And I think that's why I'm always like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I'm good. It was just, why wouldn't it happen to me? Because I haven't talked to somebody that it happened to either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm not the only one. This is, and I hate to say it's very, very common. I hate that word. It's very
common. It's sad.
That a lot of people have been sexually abused as a kid.
Sexually abused.
You know.
But people, they just hold it in.
Right. But
it's okay. You know, but again, you can't talk to anybody and everybody, but when you find that person,
and
talk. You have to let it out. I promise you will feel so much better. Like, girl, we was on FaceTime. I'm over here crying to her, me and my brother. Girl, I'm having a whole goddamn moment in the car just out of nowhere. But it is like, I felt good after getting it out. And we had
different traumas. I wasn't physically abused as a kid by parents. You experienced that trauma. I experienced different trauma. So it's like, when you tell me your stories, I want to feel it, right? But I've never experienced that.
And vice versa, right?
But you know the hurt.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know we click because we're fucked up in different aspects. It's like two puzzle pieces of two fucked up puzzles that fit together. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're here. Like, we want to bring to the surface of, like, y'all, like, we're fucking human. Everybody is human. We all go through shit.
Exactly. Okay, so let's flip the script. Right? There's a lot of men a lot of hurt men.
Right.
But they're not able to publicly, not publicly, but just talk about what they went through, you know,
until they find somebody they're able to talk about, you know, I talk with. I recently, and I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to put your business out there, but I recently talked to somebody, and I was actually talking to him about my dad getting out, and he experienced being in prison for a little bit, and he's just like, forgive him, you never know. It's a mental thing when you're in there, it's hard, you know. But he didn't have his mom. You know, she had passed away, and he was young when she passed away, and he didn't get to experience that. And his emotional side is very, very slim. Like, he's very logical. He's very emotions are almost not, I'm not saying gone, but they're not all, you know what I'm saying?
Because us as women, we give the nurturing side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so when men lack that,
his mom was the one that he was able to go to and to talk to, and if he had issues, or he would go to her. And so when she passed, that was gone for him. So he kind of just bottled it all up, and you just like, life is different for everybody.
Exactly.
Life is fucking different for everyone.
Yes. And that goes back. Listen, let your men vent. Let your men feel like. Let them know it's okay to express their feelings, right? Because today's society, that's some gay shit.
Why are you crying?
Why the fuck you crying? Why the fuck you this? And then you expect why he treats you like fucking shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because he can't trust you.
Exactly. You know, and listen, it's okay to cry, men.
I want to cry now.
I know.
I cry all the time. I'm going to tell y'all something.
Yeah, he's some crybaby.
I'm sensitive.
Matter of fact,
thank you,
Jared. I want to lay on somebody's strong. Man, he can have a little bit of titties.
I
just want to lay on the chest. Can I lay on your chest and cry?
Real men cry. I am a fucking crybaby. I will cry in an instant and act like I'm fine and be mad because you're trying to console me. But I am a crier. But I don't know why I'm crying half the time. I'm just crying to cry. Yeah. And then I get mad because I'm crying.
Yeah.
You know.
And I be fighting the air.
Yeah.
Y'all ever punch that? Y'all ever start swinging at the air?
Yes.
Real men. If y'all are watching this.
I love a soft man.
Right. Like, and that's, they take the soft part like out of
not
context.
Like that soft. Like.
It's okay to
talk to me.
Yes,
you know
talk to me.
Like, stop being that
hard ass.
Be the grizzly bear when you leave, but when you come back home, turn back into that teddy bear.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When my man can do that, that shit is like, oh yeah.
What we say, babe?
Don't start,
baby. Cry. Listen, I want you to lay.
Brittany.
I want you to lay your head on these little titties and tell me how your day was, what you went through, how you feel, your emotions. Talk to me. Talk to me. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it does take a lot. So yes, that was our topic today, guys. I'm sorry we went into that.
Right, you did. And listen, like I said, if y'all need anybody, thank you, Brittany. Like, if y'all need anybody, if y'all need a therapist, inbox me, and I will link you up.
She's not the therapist, y'all.
Y'all, I got a titty for you to cry on. That's all the fuck I can offer.
But honestly, if you want somebody just to talk to,
if you want somebody to talk to, reach out to us.
Yeah,
like we can go out, hang out for. Matter of fact, Starbucks. Have a drink. Just talk. Or even at my house.
I promise y'all, I'm not stuck up. We
are not stuck up. If y'all know, people who really came encounter with us, like they literally, like, when they meet us, it's like we become fucking fam, damn near. You know.
You're welcome. I wish I was 6 years old and talking therapy, and I'm strong, but.
Fuck up too. Yeah, 50. And that's the thing, right? And okay. And we say this we all got kids, you know, like let's get therapy is okay. You can put your kids in therapy at fucking 5, 4, 3. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
okay. You know what I mean? Like just pay attention, you know.
I
Talk to your
wish, and
kids.
I do. I wish I could go back and say no. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know, I never said no. I never said like stop or no, because I didn't know. Like I didn't know this is wrong, but I knew it was wrong, and I knew I was uncomfortable, but I never said no. And I think that we need to tell our kids, like, stop forcing our kids to do something that they don't want to do.
Exactly.
Like, of course, if it's cleaning room, that's different, right? But if your kid is uncomfortable with doing something and they say no, guys, don't make them do it.
I was too at 6 years old. Yes, Mama D. You know what I mean? And again, it is like, because we don't like, and it's okay, and I'm not gonna speak on just black families, but black families,
and
what
Hispanic.
we just told just to deal with this shit. Yes, Hispanic families too. Me and her both black and Hispanic, right? My dad is Mexican, my mom's black. Her mom's Mexican, her dad is black. You know what I mean? But again, we just thug that shit out.
You are right.
Like, no, we gotta stop that shit. We can't just man up. Oh, you know, or quit being a pussy, or quit being it. We can't. No.
Because then, you know, and then we have triggers.
Yep.
And then that triggers happen when you're an adult, and now it's affecting your relationships, and now you shut down when you're pissed off.
Exactly.
And you don't want to talk to your significant other, and now y'all got issues, and he's not healed enough to know that he needs to figure out why you're shutting down. And then once you break down all these fucking layers of onion, then you realize, oh,
baby, when you break down that first layer of onion, tears, baby, tears.
But it does, like,
you gotta get to the bottom,
to stress to everybody, like, man, just go talk to some. If I could have, I'm 29 years old, y'all. Well, I'll be 29 next month, and I still haven't talked to anybody. I'm talking to y'all. I'm sitting here talking to y'all. And mind you, there's probably about 3 people on this earth that I've had this conversation with. Now I didn't let the world know.
But you know what though? But that's brave of you, for one.
Right.
Like, you gotta understand, and a lot of people who's watching has been through this shit.
Right.
You know, and you just literally just opened the door of, hey, you know, it's okay to talk to someone about it. Stop. You ain't got to hold it in. You ain't got to hate the world. You ain't got to hate everybody, you know.
And not everybody is bad. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is bad, but there are bad people. Don't get it mixed up saying, oh, there are bad people, but not everyone is bad, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And people who's been through what you've been through has literally trust issues.
Thanks, Brittany. Yeah, and that goes back to my trust issues. I can't trust. You know what I'm saying? So I do. I strongly recommend.
Yes, just know you say you did. Like, seriously, like, real talk. Like, seriously.
Don't start your shit. But I strongly recommend for anybody that has been through something like that to really go get help. I gotta go get help. I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and I'm like, damn, okay, bitch, you need to go get help. I need to go talk to a therapist. And I always say, is the therapist going to help me? I don't know.
Right, because and a lot of people, and I hear it, right, when I recommend therapy, right, because people are like, I don't want to relive this trauma. I don't, but again, it feels good to fucking get it out.
Yeah.
Let it out.
I mean, it don't feel good right now. But maybe it will later.
Yes.
You know, having this conversation is hard because you don't want nobody to look at you. You feel disgusting. Like, I feel disgusted right now because I haven't thought about it in a long time. You know, and so now it's being brought back up. I feel disgusted. I remember just certain, you know, just images and feelings, and, you know, it brings back all that stuff, and I feel disgusted right now. So I probably do need to go get help, you know, but I recommend anybody just to
Thank you, Thomas.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
Y'all let's go get help together. Okay?
Yes, y'all. Let's for real. Like let's make
better.
That 2024. If anybody who's been through some trauma, childhood trauma, I don't care. We all been through some type of childhood trauma, right? Because our parents been through childhood trauma, and our parents been through childhood trauma.
Right.
But that's why we gotta end the generational curse. We have to break it at some fucking point, right? But again, we're not gonna get to that point if we gotta get help,
right?
That way, so we know how to show our kids, right. And so on and so forth, and men too. Men, like, please, y'all, go get fucking help.
You guys are loved just as much as women are loved, and y'all are needed just as much as women are needed.
Y'all men are loved.
But we need healed women and
men. Not just healed women. We need healed men too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, men, y'all been through some shit too. But of course, in society has taught that men are not supposed to be emotional.
But they are.
Right. Like, and that's why it makes it difficult. But again, it's okay to be emotional. And that's what I let my son needs to cry about some shit. Cry. Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you the man to fuck up and don't cry. Yeah. No, he's going through something. Yeah. Right? You know, like, he's going through something. I gotta let him express his feelings. Yep. Stop telling, oh, you're a crybaby, you're a punk, you're this. No, we can't keep telling our boys that. Yeah. You know, like, we can't.
So we are not doing a bar none today, guys.
Yes, we're not doing no bar none. We don't want to get all nasty like we normally
do. Not tonight, guys. We're not doing bar none. We are going to end that on that positive note. And on a serious note, you know, back to mental health, man. People are going through some shit, and if you feel like you can't help them, be nice and be kind.
Yes. Be nice and be kind. You never know what somebody's going through. Like I said, a simple compliment, a simple just like a hug or anything.
Or just asking somebody, hey, how was your day?
Yes. How was your day? How are you feeling? Are you okay? You know, it's okay. Like, let that, hey, who's ever watching, y'all, make that, let's do that tomorrow. Be a blessing to somebody.
How they are tomorrow.
Yes. Just ask them. Nice. Hey, are you okay?
Love you, Gabby.
Yes. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Again, if y'all need any, like I said, if y'all want to talk, me and Serena, we're judge free. Again, I do have someone literally that is a therapist, which I have my therapy sessions with her when she comes in, when I do her hair, okay? I get my therapy in, okay? But again, like, if y'all ever need somebody to talk to, we're here. Like, again, and like I said, we have resources. So inbox one of us or whatever, and I can link you up with her. Again, she can help you. She wants to start a podcast. I wish we could bring her. We are going to bring her on.
She's going to be a guest.
She's going to be a guest, most definitely. Gonna be a guest. Yeah, like I said, mental health, y'all. Let's work on it. 2024. Let's get our mind right.
We gotta be better. We are still gonna take a shot though.
Okay, we got it. So, y'all, get y'all cups, get y'all wine,
that's
get your
enough
water.
Crying for tonight.
Enough crying.
I'm back to the old me. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. You want more? Or are you good?
Give me a taste more. Okay. I'm buying us bottles tomorrow. I love you, Daphne. Daphne, yes, I gotta come see you. Please send me your new location. Yeah. So y'all,
let's end this on a good note, y'all. I already said my prayer. Y'all know how I do. I already did it, and I feel like that prayer. I feel good. Yes, I needed that because I wasn't gonna open up for a second. Some said, "Shut the fuck up." But I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So guys, have a good night. We love you guys, and
we hope to see you guys.
Great talk. Love y'all.
Yes, we love y'all. Please
support y'all.
Support us, y'all. If y'all can share our YouTube,
comment, everything.
Share everything. Again, feel free to talk to us, y'all.
Even after we get off of here, share it, like it, say something. You know,
whatever.
Yeah, just get it out there. Unfortunately, my story's gonna be out there, but get it out there.
No,
y'all.
but you know what? But y'all gotta understand, she just helped a lot of freaking people right now. You don't even know it. By you coming on here live, don't feel embarrassed. Like, you don't understand, baby. You don't understand how you just helped so many fucking people right now.
All right, guys.
And cheers to that. Real talk.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. We love y'all. Y'all had me cry. I know.
We got toilet paper up here and everything.
Y'all, we got toilet paper. Fuck a fucking tissue box, nigga. Grab your toilet paper.
Bye, y'all.